Everyone should know ultra-processed foods, UPF. Is UPF really bad? How can we identify UPF? Is alcohol UPF? Let's get to know all about UPF. Hi friends, welcome back to Shared TV. Today we are talking about one of the most important facts about food we consume. Ultra-processed food, what is it? Food is almost always processed in some way. Even when cooking from scratch, you most likely use ingredients like flour, olive oil, and canned tomatoes, none of which are fresh. However, ultra-processed food, UPF, is a distinct category. It has flavor-enhancing chemicals and industrial ingredients that you won't find in your kitchen. Researchers show that most UPF is not food. It is an edible material that is created industrially. In fact, UPF tastes rather good most of the time. Unfortunately, it greatly increases the risk of high blood pressure, cardiac disease, heart attacks, and strokes, according to 2 recent major studies. These studies are only the most recent among an increasing number of studies demonstrating the detrimental effects of UPF on health. Van Tulleken, a medical expert specializing in infectious diseases at the Hospital for Tropical Diseases in London, cites studies that demonstrate the connection between a high UPF intake and a number of problems, including obesity, cancer, type 2 diabetes, depression, dementia, and teeth decay. According to a 2019 study, UPF makes up 57% of the typical UK diet. For children and the impoverished, this percentage can reach up to 80%. As of yet, no authority has health advisories regarding UPF. However, Van Tulleken notes that there are numerous warning signs that could indicate UPFs. Is there even one ingredient in it that you're not familiar with? Does the packaging make any health claims about it, such high in fiber, or source of protein? Is there palm oil in it? Is it produced by a global corporation? Did that corporation transform a low-cost crop, like lentils, into a high-priced crisp, chip, or puff? UPFs are characterized by all of these. A healthful handbook has been produced by Carlos A. Montero, a professor of nutrition and public health at the University of Sao Paulo. According to his journal article Ultra-Processed Foods, what they are and how to recognize them. These consist of sugars, fructose, high fructose corn syrup, fruit juice concentrates, invert sugar, maltodextrin, dextrose, lactose, soluble or insoluble fiber, and modified oils, hydrogenated or interesterified oil. Protein sources include hydrolyzed proteins, soy protein isolate, gluten, casein, whey protein, and mechanically separated meat. The ingredients list ends with the additions. Cosmetic additions, flavors, flavor enhancers, colors, emulsifiers, emulsifying salts, thickeners, bulking agents, anti-foaming, carbonating, foaming, gelling, and glazing agents. These additives are intended to improve the finished product's palatability or appeal. Some chemicals may sound foreign to the uninitiated. They do not indicate UPF. For instance, ascorbic acid, another name for vitamin C, is frequently added to UK flour along with calcium, iron, thiamine, and niacin. Moreover, cornstarch, as opposed to modified starches, is a conventional thickening that is not UPF. Open Food Facts app is an app you can use to identify right food for you. It is easy to use and free of charge. With the help of tens of thousands of volunteers, a non-profit organization with headquarters in France developed this software that allows you to search for products and scan barcodes to find UPFs. The database currently has about 3 million goods in it. Montero's Nova food classification system helps us to identify UPF. Unprocessed or minimally processed food is the first category in Montero's Nova food classification system. This includes grains and legumes, fungus, eggs, flour, nuts and seeds, herbs and spices, pasta and couscous, fresh, frozen, and dried fruit and vegetables, milk and simple yogurt. The second category consists of processed culinary ingredients. This covers items like butter and vegetable oils, sugar, salt, and vinegar, as well as honey and maple syrup. Processed foods is the third category of Montero's Nova food classification system. Freshly baked bread and cheese, canned fruits, vegetables, and fish, cured meats and smoked seafood, and salted or sugared nuts and seeds are a few examples. The top performing items in Category 4 of ultra-processed foods comprise of carbonated beverages, packaged snacks, chocolate and sweets, ice cream, biscuits, cakes, and pastries, packed pies and pizzas, and chicken nuggets. However, the majority of bread, cereal bars and morning cereal, flavored yogurts, fruit drinks, milk drinks, diet items, and infant food are also included in the UPF category. Van Tulleken calculates that the industrial Chorleywood method, which has a short proving time and a concoction of additives and processing aids, is responsible for producing more than 95% of supermarket bread, including the seemingly healthful multi-seed loaves or sourdough. As a flavor enhancer, barley malt extract is frequently found in even the most moral muesli. Cereals that aren't UPF include shredded wheat and ready bread. Many convenient food containers like microwavable rice are not UPF, including tins, jars, and sachets. Numerous lasagnas and other prepared foods from the grocery store are not UPF. Even though it will cost more, the organic version of a UPF, such baked beans or ketchup, for example, is frequently less highly processed. The fact that these meals aren't too processed does not imply that they are all inherently healthy. Making your own lasagna is always going to be healthier, but many of us lack the time, motivation, or culinary skills. Van Tulleken enjoys toast topped with honey or peanut butter, apples, carrots, and peanuts as snacks. He advises purchasing dried fruit and nuts in place of your typical fruit and nut snack because even raw bars have flavorings. While flavor-infused snacks are nearly always UPF, plain salty foods are frequently not. He states, for instance, that ready salted crisps don't contain additives, flavor enhancers, or emulsifiers, whereas flavor-infused Doritos do. You won't be consuming a lot of UPF if the main components of your diet are fruits, vegetables, grains, legumes, and nuts. Mushrooms, jackfruit, beans, and tofu are examples of vegan meat substitutes that are not UPF. But most vegan cheeses and fake meat, burgers, sausage, bacon, etc. aren't. Plant milks are UPF if they contain any stabilizers, flavorings, or emulsifiers. Nearly all sandwich and fast food chains, including those with a health-conscious image, offer some UPFs. Van Tulleken claims that by selecting porridge, fruit pots, salad, often sans dressing, and soup instead of sandwiches, wraps, and pastries, customers may still purchase at these chains and stay away from UPFs. Numerous UPFs are also served in chain eateries and pubs. Whole foods, like steak and chips, are the least likely to contain UPFs. On the other hand, anything that has a coating, batter, or sauce, such scampi, is likely to contain emulsifiers. Once more, takeout is very likely to benefit UPFs. When dining out or on the road, your best bet is to go with a family-run, independent restaurant that serves homemade food. However, this option may not be accessible or cheap for many individuals. UPF is meant to be overindulged in. It can become addicting for some. Excessive consumption of it is unrelated to willpower or greed. Van Tulleken emphasizes that he has no moral opinion on whether or not UPF should be consumed, and he has no desire to advise others on what to eat or how to reduce their weight. All he would ask is for people to be aware of what they are consuming and empowered to make informed decisions. Individual consumers are not the issue. Rather, it is the industrialized food system. He laments, "It's disgusting how contaminated our food system is. I want UPF to be handled similarly to cigarettes." He wants them to be subject to steep taxes, prohibited from being sold to youngsters, and prohibited from schools. He proposes a strategy akin to what Chile employed when labeling items heavy in fat, sugar, and salt with black labels to alert people to the dangers. Is alcohol UPF? Alcohol does not easily fall under the NOVA category. Beer, wine, and cider produced traditionally might be categorized as processed. Spirits and alcopops are ultra-processed. However, drinking alcohol in any amount is not good for your physical health. As little alcohol as possible could be consumed by all, according to Van Tulleken. And remember, the most hazardous type of UPF is alcohol. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe us.